no matter where. Of comfort no man speak. Let's talk of graves, of worms, of epitaphs. Make dust our paper, and with rainy eyes write sorrow on the bosom of the earth. Let's choose executors and talk of wills, and yet not so. For what can we bequeath, save our disposed bodies to the ground, our lands, our lives, and all our boiling brokes? And nothing we can call our own but death. That small model of the barren earth, which serves as paste and cover to our bones, for God's sake let us sit upon the ground, and tell sad stories about the dead of kings. How some have been disposed, some slain in war, some haunted by the ghost they have deposed, some poisoned by their wives, some sleeping killed, all murdered for within the hollow crown that rounds the mortal temples of a king, keeps death his court. And there the antic sits, scoffing his state and grinning at his pomp, allowing him a breath, a little scene, to monarchize, be feared and killed with looks, infusing him with self and vain conceit. As if this flesh, which walls about our life, were brass impregnable, and humor dust comes at last, and with a little pin bores through this castle wall, and farewell, king. Cover your heads, and mock not flesh and blood. With solemn reverence, throw away respect. Tradition, form, and ceremonious duty, for you have but mistook me all this while. I live with bread like you. I feel want, taste grief, need friends, subjected thus. How can you say to me I am no king? To be or not to be? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against the sea of troubles, and by opposing end them. To die, to sleep, no more, and by sleep to say we end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. It is a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep. To sleep, perchance to dream. There is the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause. There is the respect that makes calamity of so long life, for who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor is wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of disprized love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietus make with a bare bodkin. For who would fardels bear? To grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that dread of something after life, the undiscovered country from whence born no traveller returns, it puzzles the will, and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others that we know not of. Thus conscience does make cowards of us all. Thus the native hue of resolution, a sickly door with a pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pith and moment, in disregard to currents turn all awry, and lose the name of action. If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme, and no more wielding but a dream. Oh, gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we shall mend, and as I am an honest puck, if we have unearned luck now to escape the serpent's tongue, we shall make amends ere long, else the puck a liar call. So, good night unto you all. Give me your hand if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends. Thank you, and the happiest of birthdays to the greatest playwrights that have ever graced the earth.